Singing Yuki Foko, on the Dilla Classy, na na na, na na na, la Honda Matukapo, na na na, na na na, na na na, na na na, la Honda Matukako, na na na, na na na, I go by West Sako. Another thing, let me think, or to be hostile or red gate. Who this? Who is the copycat? The first and the good day. The good or handy kumete. A boy come a kilo ya watete. Oh, ngeno ufete. Lengo toka yo matete. Honda moto mbete. Toshinge shete. Oh, ome patete. Okay, let's take it. I'm talking money, yo. I'm talking money, yo. I'm talking money, yo. I'm talking money, yo. Na na na, na na na. Nga Honda Matukako, na na na, na na na. Ay kongwa ilongwe shako, na na na, na na na. Nga Honda Matukako, na na na, na na na. Ay kongwa ilongwe shako, namba tuko muno kudako. Onda dilila kokasi, singing Yuki Foko, onda dilila kokasi. Na na na, na na na, la Honda Matukako, na na na, na na na.
This public service announcement is brought to you by Informante Radio.
Trustco Media is committed to providing its listeners, readers, and consumers with newsworthy, informative, and entertaining content ranging over several media platforms, including news and radio content, editorial, traditional, as well as new media. Trustco Media provides its listeners, readers, and consumers with a fair, effective, and transparent feedback channel to communicate any grievances and concerns relating to any of the content we distribute. Should you have a complaint about any of the content we distribute, you can send an email to informante@tgh.na
Or info@tgh.na.
or you can give us a call on 061 275 4000. You can also send an SMS to 711. Alternatively, you can forward your grievance to the Communications Regulatory Authority of Namibia
Or the Media Ombudsman of Namibia.
Good morning, moro.
Guten Morgen, all die deutschen Leute
Wasele.
in die Studio on the viewership.
Deutsche Leute. What is Leute?
Leute is people.
Leute. Oh, Leute.
Ja,
Oh, it's Leute.
Leute, die
okay.
deutschen Leute.
I always
Okay.
wanted to ask you, what's the cum laude or laude? What cum
But
laude?
the cum laude.
What is the laude?
The umlaut.
Cum laude.
Cum laude is when you qualify in university something and you are
I
just
always
good
thought
at
it
it.
was something else.
There you have it.
Umlaut is something else. Cum laude is when you study
when you
to
have a
become a
distinction.
lawyer and you do very
It's
well
written
at your studies.
C-U-N.
Yeah, cum
Yeah.
laude.
Cum
But
laude
we
is,
don't- we
isn't
don't
that what
read it as such on other
cum laude
websites.
is what Prince Andrew did with Virginia Giffray.
Is it?
He cum laude.
We will be talking about that a little bit
Oh, we-
later.
Oh my God.
No, we need to talk about it.
Okay.
That's a landmark ruling. That was a landmark decision in I think from a legal perspective
Okay.
as to the position that Andrew took.
Right.
And we need to discuss that a little bit later. Maar first and foremost, Ngume.
Moro, moro.
Morning family, Maria Aziz. Morning Jens, Moro Mana, King Malume. Morning Jens, Sebi, Moro, Natalie. Hulle moet Natalie se profile pic gaan kyk.
Waar ene?
Op haar cellphone. Good morning, Ronnie Joe. Good morning, Namibia.
Who can get our profile pic of ourselves?
Yeah, because I have a number.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I need to ask her.
Neville works in the background, everyone.
Yeah, sometimes I need to ask her
She's not even in our department.
work-related stuff.
Did you win a prize?
No, she can't win a prize. She's a staff member.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, so.
But
yeah.
you're not allowed to foofle around with staff members.
No, I
It's
don't.
a rule at Trustco. You're not allowed to do that.
No.
So
But I'm keeping a number in case she resigns or I resign.
Jeez.
planning for the
Do
future.
you think the boss is watching?
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
So
we can kafoofle in with the staff members as long as the boss is not watching.
near. There's a rule near Kofi.
But Neville, why must we be restricted to this type of terms?
I know.
What love must not be restricted.
I know.
Everybody must be open to love each other.
But it's a Trustco creed
Right.
that there's a difference between sexual harassment
Of course. Of course.
and
Favorable
obviously,
advancement.
exactly, making friendly conversation as to are you available or not, because we have a rule in Trustco where you need to ask somebody, and this rule has been here since 2005, 2006,
Okay.
when I joined this company. The rule is, the standing rule is, you need to ask your colleague, are you happy at home?
okay.
Okay? It's a Trustco rule. So if the person says 3 times, yes, I am happy at home, you need to
Yeah,
Back
I read
off.
it.
back the F up. Okay? Back off. If she says for the third time,
Yes.
I am happy at home.
Right.
But in those 3 times, if Natalie say,
Weet
I'm
nie.
not happy at
I
home.
don't know.
yeah,
But with all
Okay,
these,
but can you like openly date?
yes, there's
Okay.
nothing wrong
but
with
is-
it.
with all these gender people, these confused gender people, am I allowed to say, Mitch, are you happy at home?
You can.
Ish.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Chique man. Oh,
We have gay people, straight people,
do you
everybody
get-
who
do
works
you get male
for our-
mavutus? Or do we have to find a name for them?
And here is Kofi with the news.
Informante News.
Coffee is always cute with this.
This is Informante Live, and these are our top stories. The central bank, the Bank of Namibia, has announced the increase of the repo rate by 25 basis points to 4%. The central bank is of the view that the rate is appropriate to safeguard the one-to-one link between the Namibian dollar and the South African rand while meeting the country's international financial obligations. The repo rate is the rate at which the central bank lends money to commercial banks, which in turn has a ripple effect on interest rates when borrowing from banking institutions. An increase in the repo rate will mean that the interest in your house and vehicle payments and investments may increase too. The increase of the repo rate comes fresh off the heels of the South African Reserve Bank increasing its repo rate to 4% as well. Governor of the Bank of Namibia, Johannes Gabelsap, explained the monetary policy stance is a step towards normalizing the current negative real interest rates and also the environment and establishing a positive real interest rate that is conducive to long-term economic growth. First National Bank Namibia is warning customers again of the e-wallet scam where fraudsters access and manage customers' e-wallet accounts on the FNB app. We've seen the scam making the rounds again and urge our customers to take note of how it works to protect themselves, said Elzita Bekers, FNB Communications Manager. With this scam, the fraudsters select a random cell phone number and attempt to link the e-wallet of the selected number to their own smartphone, which triggers a notification with an OTP asking to confirm if the customer is indeed the one attempting to link their wallet. The fraudster then calls the client with a fake excuse to attempt to obtain the OTP. Unsuspecting clients then give the OTP, which allows the fraudsters access to their e-wallets for future transfers and withdrawals. And finally, a 42-year-old man is currently detained at the Oshakati State Hospital mental ward for observation for stabbing his 72-year-old mother on Saturday. Oshana Community Affairs Officer Inspector Thomas Ayambo said the incident occurred at Ohadiwa village at around 10 to 6 in the evening. According to Ayambo, the suspect used a okapi knife to stab the victim several times, inflicting multiple injuries. A case of attempted murder was opened. And finally, your Trustco share price today, the 17th of February, is at 1 Namibia dollar and 35 cents per share. Taking a brief look at the financial indicators, the Namibia dollar is trading at against the US dollar at 15 Namibia dollars and 10 cents, against the euro at 17 Namibia dollars and 20 cents, and against the British pound at 20 Namibia dollars and 60 cents. This is Informante Live, and these were our top stories. You can find more on our website, which is informante.web.na.
Informante News. Informante News. Informante News. Firm but fair.
Neville, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
Is it important that the newsreader wears a shirt with a collar and long sleeves?
No.
Can he also wear a T-shirt?
Yes.
Okay,
in my view,
you wouldn't be bothered with somebody reading the news in a T-shirt.
No, I don't. We are Trustco.
Yes, I wouldn't stoop down to a Manchester United shirt, but I'll just a normal T-shirt would do.
You
I
had to
thought
go
we were
there.
always on Arsenal.
You had to go there.
Now you have changed. You have switched up now, huh?
No, Arsenal. I've got no issue with Arsenal. I've got an issue with Manchester United.
Het jy gehoor?
That's
Okay.
it.
Did you hear that?
Okay.
Ja.
Maar
So.
met die beker.
Ja.
Met die
Och,
beker
daar
moet
kom.
dat moet so
Daar
gedrink
kom
word.
hy
Nee,
nama nou alweer.
For some reason, I don't get that. The last comment that I have here on the stream is from Ronnie Joe Kandirikira. And I believe I can see here on your cell phone, there are more comments coming through. Yeah, maar ek kan nog nie die comments nou sien nie. I'll probably see them a little bit later. Koffie, kan jy this fraudster thing that you talk about there?
With the e-wallet thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you please just read that again?
Okay.
Because it's I think it's in the public's interest.
Sure.
We need to know exactly what fraudsters are busy with currently.
Oh, do you use e-wallet?
Yeah, I do use it.
Okay, I've never used it, so I'm just reading this. So I've
Okay,
not
Kofi,
used
what?
it. So First National Bank is warning their customers that there's an e-wallet scam where fraudsters access and manage customers' e-wallet accounts
Nee,
via the FNB app.
nee.
So what Elzita Birkus from FNB, she's the communications manager, what she's saying is that we have seen the scam making the rounds again, urge customers to take note of how it works to protect themselves.
Nou moet jy daai stadig verduidelik.
Okay, so with the scam, the fraudster selects a random cell phone number and attempts to link the e-wallet of the selected number to their own smartphone.
Ja.
So they attempt that.
Yes.
Then this triggers a notification with a one-time password, a OTP,
Ja.
asking to confirm if the customer is indeed the one attempting to link to the smartphone.
Dan sê jy yes.
No, so I'll connect your e-wallet to my phone,
Yes.
but you're the one, the legitimate person getting the OTP. You got
Yes.
it. Then what happens? The fraudster then calls the client. So I would be calling you, right, with a fake excuse to attempt to obtain the OTP.
Ja.
All right. So now people who believe in honesty and who are naive and all that kind of stuff then give that OTP to the criminal, to me, which will then allow the fraudsters to access the e-wallets for future transfers and withdrawals.
Yeah.
So basically, the way that I would see it is the bank sends you the OTP, then eventually the fraudster calls and says, oh, hell, I'm from the bank, we made a mistake. You got an OTP, but it looks as if it's not the right one. Can you just give me the OTP? And then the person gives the OTP, and ultimately then the fraudster sits with your e-wallet on his or her phone.
Vader van Jetmans.
Verstaan julle?
My broer.
Neville, I was trying to bring a guy in that's actively doing this stuff so he can explain to us and also just give us ways on, it was like safety tips on like, yeah, as she be the ATM komt.
So you wanted to bring in a fraudster? A cleaner?
Yeah, Adina. You know, have you watched the movie White Collar?
No, I haven't.
So this guy is also like a fraudster, and then the government used him to like find or catch other.
Do you know a guy like that?
Yeah, I
personally?
know a guy like that personally.
Is it?
Yeah, and he was open to come through. Actually.
And what happened?
Then I thought it
Scared
would
of
be
the
good for
cops.
our show.
No,
It
no,
would
no,
be
no,
good
no,
for the
no, no.
loose cannon.
No, it would be good to have somebody like that.
Yeah,
so
we
that
can do it next week but not Monday. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. Wow. I would love to.
yeah.
Because I think for the longest time we've seen how credit card fraudsters.
Yeah.
And you could see for the longest time as you would stand there, whether it's in the parking lot of Game, whether it's here in Independence Avenue next to PwC, the one of the bank's machines there. I don't want to talk about other banks now. But you can see in the behavior
Yeah.
how long somebody stands there, or how this guy wants to help an old tanny or a
Yes.
worm
Man,
or
that's
whatever.
just
And,
heartbreaking.
and you see this, and it's just yeah.
Like, and you'll think it will never happen to you. And these guys have ways. Like, I think, like back in 2016, I was trying to withdraw somewhere in Okanya, ne? And this guy actually, they already took my card and everything. And this guy actually went up to his friends and be like, "Oh, bra, it's Mitch day, bra. Kom is my bra. Kom ek gee die man. Kom ons gee die man goed terug."
Is it?
Wow.
Yeah, I got my stuff back.
Wow.
My wife,
Ugh.
we were this one time at Hoogland Spar in Hoogland Park. My wife stands at this machine, at the teller machine. I'm going into Spar. She thinks it's me standing behind her.
Yeah.
So, and for some reason, to say omkyk, because somebody was speaking to her, to say omkyk, then somebody came from this side,
From that side.
took the card, and toe's haar kaart weg. She runs into the shop and say, "My man, my kaart is weg. Iemand het met my gepraat en my kaart is weg." We immediately called the offline, or the what do you call it?
Yeah.
The service line.
The cancel people.
Yeah. And we speak to them, and you know what they're telling us? And it was less than 5 minutes. They're telling us, "Sorry toch, hulle het nou klaar 5,000 getrek." Ons vra, waar het hulle 5,000 getrek? Nou, Hoogland Spar is daarbo.
Dis reg.
They immediately drove down to Woerman and Brock in Hoogland Park. It's just further down the street.
Okay.
En toe gaan trek hulle die geld daaronder with her card.
So one person was watching her PIN number,
Yes.
distracting, and the other one stole the card.
Stole the card. That was about 5 years ago.
Wow.
5-6 years ago.
Oh.
So, and these guys have been making thousands of dollars.
The guy's making a living off that, and
Dis hulle se besigheid.
it's just something they do end of the month or whatever. They just go to other towns or whatsoever.
Yeah. An underlying story that I just want to ponder on in terms of the news is, did you notice that the Bank of Namibia has announced the increase of the repo rate by 25 basis points? So in other words, what basically means the repo rate, which is your prime rate, was at 3.75%. They've now picked it up to 4%. So I had a wonderful discussion with somebody yesterday afternoon who's in the motor trade, who says he believes, and I don't know what our viewers think, that there's absolutely no reason why the Bank of Namibia had to do this. Okay. Perhaps the Bank of Namibia is doing this to protect themselves, but there is no economic real reason why the repo rate had to go up by 25 basis points, according to this person. Because if you say inflation is going up,
Yeah.
right, the way that it is understood that, let's say, for example, you've got a basket. In this basket are, for example, rental costs. There is food costs. There is electricity. There is fuel, and all kinds of things that you would need to basically determine that inflation rate. then what you would do the next time around, maybe next month or next quarter, you would get the exact same basket, right, of goods, and see whether those prices have gone up in the totality of that. And then you'll go again afterwards, and you'll do that again in totality after that. And according to that, you then determine the inflation rate and also the repo rate. The only driver this time around for this repo rate to go up by 25 basis points is the increase in fuel. The rest of that basket seems to carry the same prices. So,
Interesting.
So this person believes that we as Namibians, in totality, we are suffering this prime rate, this repo rate, inflation ultimately being the excuse for this rate to go up, is not the basket. It's the total. It's the fuel. It's hulle steeg net die petrolprys sonder om ons te vra.
What can we do then?
Nothing. We are hostage.
Nothing.
Like
There's
we
nothing.
can't do.
We are
literally
hostage.
nothing.
We are hostage to this. It's government. It's government shafting us, man.
I'm asking you guys here. Do you and I'm just not just asking here in the studio. I'm asking you know, to you guys there out there in general. When it comes to inflation, okay? Whether it's the price of bread going up,
Right.
whether it's the price of milk
Yeah.
going
Oh.
up, whether it's the fuel price going up, how does it affect your emotions on a daily basis? And I'll tell you why I'm asking that question. I believe every human being, as we are, needs to have control as to what triggers him or her on a daily basis. What are you going to do to keep your peace on a daily basis? And what I do for myself, I refuse to get triggered by the fuel price.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
refuse to. I refuse to get triggered by the price of milk and bread. Because those are three things in my personal view that I have no control over.
Yeah.
Yes.
I only have control
Even
over
electricity.
Yeah. Good point. Even electricity. There's nothing I can do because it's going to disturb my peace. If I get a notification that from the Ministry of Mines and Energy that says the fuel price is going to go up with 5 cents per liter on 95 on
Blank eye.
10 cent per on diesel or whatever, ek cheap vorentoe. Ek het die storie nie. Because it disturbs my peace. I don't know how you guys deal with this.
No, I agree with you there. It is one way of dealing with it. But ultimately, it keeps us the citizens, still chained up. It keeps us locked up. Like
Very
this.
chained up.
Neville, that's one thing I've been struggling with ever since I was a youngin. I don't like to speak on stuff if I cannot bring change to it.
Yeah.
I want to be in a position. Let me say I become the CEO of Namcor or whatsoever. Then I would want to start speaking on that type of stuff, or I have that type of money to change that situation. Like jy ken hoe sê hulle die bron wat die woord uitkom maksak. Susan, you could say the same thing. I could be saying something now. You could say the same thing, but people will be drawn more to how you are saying it. You see, so sometimes people would change stuff because only this person is saying, because of the influence of the person.
Yeah.
Me and you could be here complaining about fuel, but if probably knowledge says, fuel prices are onnodig hoog, chicken, boom, we'll see a whole thing of people starting to strike or whatsoever, and something will change. But me sitting here and complaining about bread, what will it help? I don't like complaining about things that I can't change, and I choose to keep my peace.
Yeah, I think it's an important thing that you're mentioning there, because at the end of the day, you need to know where's your space, what space you're occupying.
Yeah.
For me personally, I don't occupy, for example, a political space. For me, sometimes people would jokingly tell me, Neville, you need to run for president. But they have no idea what it takes to be politically in tuned in this country. I'm not a politician. I don't like politics. It's good to have a political opinion. Everyone in this country must have a political opinion.
Yep.
Yes.
If you don't have a political opinion, you will remain behind, and your children and your children's children will remain behind. It's important to have one, but I prefer not to be part of something that, like you say, that I don't have any control with. Kom ek lees gou 'n paar messages. So Mitch wants to invite a guest again.
Yes.
May Monday never ever repeat itself, asseblief. Dis wat Mohau sê. You need to, as ek klaar hier gelees het nie, you need to defend yourself. Okay,
I will.
Ja, Maria Aziz, Dante Love, ja, please. Jurgen Keisep, Richard Enkert says, en na die show word die man toegekap. Yes, is Mitch. Please, O'Neill, do research and due diligence before bringing on Mitch's guest. Toch op asseblief Arikana Mohona wanje. Jurgen Keisep. Koffie. Ja, ons is moeg vir jou nonsens, Koffie. Confused gender people. Koffie must just say he does not like the LGBTQ plus community.
I've got
He must just get his chest instead of being passive-aggressive about it.
Yeah.
Koffie, wat is jou probleem?
That is nie my story. I've got no issue with the LBGTQIF76 whatever people.
That's the problem there.
What is that? Look, I'm just, but I've got issues with obnoxious, aggressive stupidism.
Stupidism.
Yes, that's a
Yeah,
new word.
that's a new word.
That's
a
a
new-
stupidism.
Janice.
It's from the dictionary of Kaufology. Kaufology, the study of Kaufi. It's a new school subject.
Okay,
Kaufology.
so Koffie, you I mean, this is what Janice is saying. So you have no issue
No,
with the lesbian and gay community.
no, not at all.
Are you sure?
Yes, I've got friends who are lesbian and gay.
Okay.
I'm
Gay,
lesbian.
gay
I
is
like
gay,
women.
lesbian, homophobic.
Okay, now why do
Morphine.
people why do people have the impression that you
I
have a
don't
problem?
know. Maybe it's just my thing.
Why are you doing your hand like that now?
No, it's just
Hoekom begin jy weer, Koffie?
ek het niks gedoen nie.
Well, okay. I don't
Ek
believe
is
you.
ook lesbian. Ek is Calvin se vriend. Ek hou van vroumense. Ek is lesbian.
I'm a lesbian.
Yeah. Mitchell Mutumba says, yes, it was hot at Woerman and Brock Standard Bank and F&B ATM at the service here in Hoogland Park. It has calmed down a bit. So you can die spot, ne? Roviera says, Hoogland Park was indeed a hot spot during that time. Those guys did it in the open, no shame at all. Roviera, waar was jy gisterand?
Is die melk, man.
Waar was jy
Is die
gisterand?
melk.
Dis soos die melk.
Ja, ek is super vir hoeveel man doen.
We currently have zero emotions, Neville. After the past 2 years, emotions have been depleted. Please try and recharge.
Also true. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, we are so gutful we don't care anymore. That's it.
It's been I think what most of us have lost in the fire, the metaphorical fire
Yes.
of society, whether it's your business, whether it doesn't matter what. I think in the last 2 years, it really left us numb.
People are on autopilot.
It's also, I think it's also the president's responsibility to keep his nation positive and motivated.
Yeah.
And now they go and put up the repo rate.
But
What
even
the
if
hell, dudes?
even if you look at it this way, and never like if you have built your house from scratch, even if you have insurance on everything, but your house burns down with everything, you can get all those stuff back through insurance or what, but for you, the value of that thing, that car,
the sentimental value.
Sentimental value of it, it's just not the same anymore. And that's the same thing that is happening to us emotionally, financially. Like, jy het gespaar, maar you were forced to live on your savings for the past 2 years.
Yeah, Maria Aziz agrees. It's been hectic. Emotions are depleted. It's really been bad. Maria Aziz and Natalie Orange says, Kaufi, jy moet iemand inbring. Yeah. It's time for you to invite a guest.
I must invite you.
Yeah.
I'm just the newsreader.
No. You're not just a newsreader.
You can invite a straight guest.
Ayere.
Los toch nou daai.
Rovera. Moet julle begin. Our elders used to say it is disrespectful and bad luck for a man to wear a cap indoors.
Yes.
Ek sê maar net.
Yeah, I'm totally with that. Totally disrespectful.
We are gonna do a reveal like tomorrow, Vrydag. We're gonna do the reveal tomorrow.
Are we gonna do a reveal tomorrow?
We'll do the reveal tomorrow.
Yes.
Nee?
Please come to the show. Like, ons sal even a poster opset. The reveal of Mitch's
If you've got a roof over your head, you don't need another roof on your head.
There you go. There you go.
Let's disrespect the elders for this day.
No?
Natalie, are you willing to date an old German toppie? So that is what you are trying to tell us. So Mitch, it's not what you're saying, but who is saying it. We're doomed if that is the case. The auntie on the side of the road could give you good financial advice.
How many people are willing to listen to it?
I wanted to defend you against Janice Kaufi, maar hulle sal sê ek is met 'n Duitser oor die kop geslaan.
Sê mos.
How you engage, that's why you vote.
Yeah.
Life is all about activism. Politics affect the very life you aspire to have. It is no control or privilege, and you cannot be bothered. The day it adversely affect one is the day you will act out of character. People should learn to speak truth to power. We are each other's checks and balances. Very true, Kenny.
Yeah, very true.
Very
Thanks
true.
for that.
Mohau, go ahead, Chomi. Ek is af vandag. Ek het tyd. Hey! Janice wil baklei vandag. Sy is af vandag. Subtly profound statement, Kenny says, Mohau. Ivan David said, is that a Trusco cup Mitch is drinking
The
from?
repo rate.
Looks like the repo rate has affected you guys quick.
Hey, this is... Hoe word die kap genoem ook?
As 'n ertbeker.
Ja, ertbeker, nee. Ja.
As 'n ertbeker.
High copies.
Hy koppies.
High copies. Because of this, it has to look like this.
Aha.
It's got to be shown
They
that
will,
it's
even
used.
after making it, they'll be like...
Yeah.
Just-
I think what everybody was saying. I think I think it was a statement that Rovera made a little bit earlier. I think how numb we became. I think in the last 2 years, and you know what, it really sort of it's been very rejuvenating when the vice president was talking this week, talking about the COVID. You know, just to hear that the gathering numbers increases, that it's now 500. Just a simple announcement like that just lifts my mood. It lifts my mood. It makes me feel immediately that our country is going into normalcy. There will be some normalcy from here going forward. Because I can tell you, me personally, I think what I've lost in the last 2 years, I don't want to go back there again. And I'm still not too sure how I'm going to recover. But I almost lost myself, if I'm very honest with you
Me
guys.
too.
And this is a safe platform and we're here to, to help each other in terms of what we share with each other. But it was, you wave and smile because, my public persona is as such that people don't expect you not to be okay.
Yes.
Princess Diana.
That's exactly
Princess Diana.
it. Yeah.
So, but who catches the brunt of your emotions? It is your wife and children.
Mm-hmm.
I would go home, I'll be pissed off.
We fight the most with the people we love the most.
Yeah.
That's a
How's
ware
that?
Ons
Ons beklei altyd met die mense wat ons die meeste lief het.
I
What
would,
the hell?
and I don't understand it, Kalfi. I would go home and my emotions would just get the best of
In
me.
terms of psychological, there's a psychological term for it. I think it's called emotional spillage. So what
Emotional
happens?
spillage.
Yeah, let's say you have a bucket, right? And there's a water from a tap running into the bucket. Whether it runs fast or whether it runs slow, there's no hole at the bottom of the bucket that the water can run out of. So everybody's bucket is going to get full at some stage, and then it flows over. It's got no other choice.
Yeah.
So that is the same with those emotions. So you go home, jy kakkie vrou uit, jy slat die kinders, jy's koppie hond, jy reverse die kar in die paal vas until there's space in that bucket again for more water to run into.
Yeah, but I think it's really funny, man. Sorry. It's really funny that the way we react to people that we love or that are most dear to our hearts, man, like your fro, your ma, you know, when they do something, they could do the same thing as your friend.
Yes.
The same exact thing as your friend, but the reactions are very different.
You're right, Mitch. I had an incident in the family, and I'll share it with all of you. Is that I've got two kids. The oldest one is a son, and then about a year and a half, almost 2 years younger than him is his sister. Now, Neville, they fight. The two of them fight like cat and dog. You just don't understand. And because the youngest one, my daughter, is basically becoming teenager now.
Yeah.
You know, puberty is starting. We're talking hormones now and what. I physically had to take my son by the side, and had to have a man-to-man talk with him, and say, "Listen, we are men now. You are the older brother. You now need to look after your sister.
Yeah.
She's only a girl. That's all she is. You need to look after her at home. You need to watch her at school.
Yeah.
Make sure she doesn't get bullied.
Yeah.
Check out the other guys with your sister. If there's issue, then you step in. And if you can't deal with those issues, then you come to your mom and me. And then we'll sort that out, next level stuff. So yeah, it's important to keep everything in check.
It's rather, and as I say, I would never understand that if my family would tell me, "Daddy, you shout too much. You get triggered about every little thing at home."
Yes.
And I would always say, "No, there's nothing wrong with me." But if your dear wife sits you down and say, "Luister my man, what is bothering you?"
Oh,
And you immediately go sit and you have to be extremely honest with yourself and with your life partner, who's your wife. And you say, "You know what? It's because of this. It's because of that. We're challenging with this. We have a challenge with that." And that's how it's been the last 2 years. And the moment you can identify that, it is the first step of healing.
yeah.
Is that you need to speak to your loved ones if the pressure gets too much.
Yeah. I think is that like we should also often hear words like that. We should be asked questions like that as men. Like, is she okay? Is she alright? Is that iets what? Because we don't hear it that much, Van ons wat dat ons is alright. Like what hit me was this. Like I think 2 years back, my mom asked me for electricity money. Like, kan jy tog R100 se krag vir my koop, my kind? En my ma verkoop by PPS skool. En sy verkoop is net in haar, is 'n wamboes. Dis net in haar. Sy wil my father.
She's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, she just likes doing that, and the kids love her, and she's been doing that ever since this CVD and goede.
Yeah.
man, like so. En my ma vraagt mij voor R100. Ik heb er 2000 rand in de account. Ik is op pad om te drinken, nevel. En ik raak wat met mijn ma.
Dan kwijt.
Omdat hij R100 vraagt voor
Ja.
kracht. Maar ik is op pad om voor mijn vrienden meer dan deze randse drank te
te
lopen koop.
Okay, Mitch.
En ik is like, how am I angry with my mom for asking me like, my ma vraagt no buyer, maar ik is op pad om.
Wow.
You know, and I know a lot of guys like that I've hanged
Who
with
do-
that
who do
the
stuff
same
like
thing.
that.
And I had to sit down and say, man. Niet weer.
Very true, eh?
Yeah, niet
and,
weer.
and it takes a real man to admit to bullshit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Because
we
most
all
of the times we also do that.
go off the path.
Go off the path.
Yeah.
Estomich says, morning you vaccinated people. Greetings from me and Novak Djokovic. Yeah. I believe Djokovic made it very clear.
Yeah.
He shall not do what people
he
want
was told
him to
that
do.
he's now allowed to play in Wimbledon, no?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's see how
But
that all
didn't
develops.
we had a conversation that he owns some shares in a company that is producing the vaccination?
Something
Yes.
around that I was
Yeah.
reading,
Yeah,
but I
and-
didn't follow up on it.
And we know why he didn't take it. He probably knows way too much.
But you're allowed to
know.
buy shares in any business, even if you don't agree with the business.
Yeah.
I mean, am I allowed to
But
buy
I
shares in
think-
the LGBTQ company, PTY Limited? Whatever.
Dante Lovo.
Koffie. Yo, oh.
Mitch is taking me back. Janice, ek sal nie toelaat dat 'n Duitser so praat nie. Ek sê maar net. Ja. Whatever is surely, it is surely this you are very much up for it. Womandla. Kini. Natangwe says the past 2 years have seriously shown us seriously flames. I personally have been having serious panic attacks. It's been really hectic. I can concur, Natangwe. I can concur. ISBWL Coke from that cup. What the hell? Cat and mouse coffee. Estomich says, Ronnie Joe says, Estomich, just go and get vaccinated. Laugh, otherwise I will not invite you to England. Trini says, Estomich, yeah, not anti-vax, just free people. Rovera says, coffee and the jabs. Coffee choose violence today.
I'm not
says,
violent.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks I'm angry.
Our stubborn sisters, even when we warn they about their choices in men, they don't listen. Kaufman, we are tired. In the 20th century, we as men are faced with daily stresses. Big ups to my auntie for checking you. Okay? Jurgen Keiser sê, boy coffee, klim net uit die closet en los vir Ndilo uit. Estomis, Novak Djokovic, they are talking about you. Come answer the 3 men. Violence today, there by coffee, says Natalie. SBWL means crave, uncle. Like craving. Like cravings. If you have cravings or what?
Ik verstaan. Oh, no.
SBWL.
Praat je niet van die cranes of iets?
Craving.
Crave, oh.
Craving. To have a craving.
Okay.
But anyway. Coffee.
Explain ma.
Coffee. There's quickly give us the coronavirus
Oh,
numbers.
coronavirus cases. Yes, our daily update. Okay, so
JNQ base a
it's
favorite.
important to keep the Namibian nation informed regarding COVID. Active cases today, Neville, 2,686. So we've had 29 newly confirmed cases with 50 recoveries. So we're on the path to betterment. And unfortunately, we Namibians had 1 death due to coronavirus 2 days ago.
That's not too bad, but it's 1 loss of life too many. Yeah. The weather?
The weather today.
I saw a video of. It looks like you. Somebody was pissing in the river yesterday. while the river was flowing, and this water ran straight down into the Swakop Rivier.
And then into the ocean.
And then into the ocean.
Yeah, I apologize. That was me.
And people were balearing in that water. Sis, Kaufi. Yeah. So how does our weather look like?
Okay,
We
so
seem to be having open skies
clear
today.
skies in Windhoek today, but
Yeah.
still cooler temperatures. Okay, in Namibia, the interior partly cloudy and hot in the Tsumkwe constituency, Omaheke, and also the Khomas regions. Elsewhere, partly cloudy and hot to very hot with a few thunder showers, but isolated thunder showers in the Kunene, Irongo, and also the southern regions. Basically, what the Weather Bureau is saying is that there's still some rain in Namibia left. In the meantime, the coast partly cloudy and warm to hot with showers, with the maximum temperatures today in Windhoek 32, then Swakopmund 28, Walvis Bay 30, in Katimamulilo 34, and then in Ondangwa 36, with Oshakati also 36. Otjiwarongo today 32 degrees, Rehoboth 35, and Marintal at 40 degrees. Taking the cake again. Marintal 40 degrees Celsius.
37 yesterday.
Yeah. And then Keetmanshoop 36, Gobabis and Beitepos both at 35, and that's your weather.
Coffee, thank you very much. Ek dink maybe it's good that, you know what, that we have a little bit of sun for at least a day or two, so that whatever is growing needs to have a little bit of sunlight for just those UV lights. Sunlight also helps with the growth of plants trees, etc., etc. So let's see what happens. Muhau, we will get upset and angry, but we're not going to give up on you guys. I have a daughter now who makes me very upset with how she reasons at the age of 12 and 13.
They start
But
there.
I love her, and I just said, yeah, but daddy don't understand. Daddy don't understand. Daddy don't understand. So gaan dit die hele dag. But I love her nevertheless. Roviera says, jy kan voel almal het 'n closet wat hulle moet uitklim. Yeah. I will not read the rest of the comment. Coffee Wimbledon have not decided yet. Still waiting. Say Ronnie Joe. That is what he's saying. We got a storm in England. This is what Ronnie Joe says. Nee, Natalie, ek het ook nie geweet wat is SWBL nie. It's the first time I hear this. I don't know it.
What is that?
Yeah, it's apparently it's a abbreviation for cravings.
These jargons.
Ek ken nie hierdie jargons nie.
SWBL.
Ja, ek ken nie. Has anyone in studio bought cryptocurrencies or NFTs?
Yes, I've bought crypto.
Okay.
But on a share basis.
Okay.
And also in a basket basis. So it's not as if you just go and buy, let's say, Bitcoin or just what's the other one, Ethereum or whatever. So you can go online and then you can buy baskets that are then divided up percentage-wise in different cryptos. It's supposed to protect you that if the one crypto goes up and the other one goes down, that it kind of balances each other out and all that. But over the last couple of months, we've just seen cryptocurrencies go down, 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 down. I wonder if the joyride is not finished.
Julle met julle se cryptocurrencies. Okay? En virtual assets.
Yes.
Ek stel nie belang nie.
Sure.
Ek koop my koeie.
Yeah.
Daar klim die bil op die koei. The cow becomes pregnant.
Right.
7, 8, 9 months down the line, daar val die kalf. 6 months down the line, the calf is roughly 150, 160, 180 kilograms heavy. It is worth at least $3,000 to $3,500. Me and my vrou get into the bakkie. Ons gaan Agra toe. Happy wife, happy life.
That's the old Herero way of
I
doing
thank
it.
you.
Okay, but never look at it this
Herero
way,
investment.
You know that we have this metaverse thing coming through now.
Yes, I'm gay in that world.
Yeah. I'm also gonna join it because this is one reason why. And you'll have to have cryptocurrency to buy stuff there. Never. You'll have to, and this even our work will be like that. Our jobs will be like that.
I will draw this far out as long as possible. You have no idea, Mitch, how long it took for me to change from cassette
Oh yeah,
to CD. To change from CD to stick. It took me a long time. Kyk, daai dates het nog nie eens e-wallet soos dit daar sit.
Yeah.
We refuse.
Hulle moet check.
But Neville, we will be asked.
Steal my geld.
Look,
Oh.
Neville, you know if companies want to put out a billboard like this, so they it will not be very profitable to put it out like now, like here in our original verse. Je moet dat in die metaverse opzet. Trasco moet misschien land daar koop in die metaverse om te begin maken. Even hoe ons nou communicate met mensen, ons moet net VR opzetten en al dat. And we would need cryptocurrency to buy that stuff. So
Yes.
I'm just saying, I'd rather just have a little bit of knowledge about it, even if it's not that much, just the basics.
Sure.
No, I
Sure.
understand.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Do you have crypto? Never.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't want. I don't have.
Right now,
for
I'm
the
also not interested.
for the foreseeable future, would not be interested.
There's this gamer boy that bought 100 Krypton, the cryptocurrency, and then he had it in one of his hard drives. And that was like 8 years, let me say 15 years to 16 years back. And now crypto is like, how much is it now? Is it?
No, it depends on what crypto it is, but it
Yeah.
goes up and down and up and down.
It was very high, and he was like, oh, I don't know where I put that hard drive.
Okay.
And
And
lost
he lost
it.
a lot. He lost it,
Wow.
and they say he lost about 300 million.
Oh,
Holy crap.
Janice Tobias. No coffee. People's feelings are valid, and you can't call that stupidity. You are willfully ignorant when it comes to gay people. It is okay for you to make such disparaging remarks towards the community, but once we stand up and say we don't like it, then we are aggressive.
Alsjeblieft, Jurgen Keizer, luister eens. Gaan bij Google, nee. Dan gaan je bij Google Translate of zoiets. En dan laat zeggen je dat je vroeg daar, wat is dat? En dan zal je horen, dat is metaverse.
Okay.
Dat is in meta niet.
Okay. Mutumba says Kaufman is shaking the hornet's nest. Imagine the green activist hearing him saying that. Natalie was asking a little bit earlier. It's a wie is the mugu of the week.
Ja, hulle moet hulle se contenders ingeven.
Okay.
Yes, we need to know.
Jay en King Malume is klaar bezig met mekaar. He entered you for mugu of the week. Yeah.
No, but it can't just come from one person.
Yeah, I got garlic growing in cup fingers. Crossed it comes along. This is what Mutumba says. Did you find out why your fishes jumped out of the sea? Good question, Estomich. Not yet. DC Maruru says the repo rate has increased but zero salary increment. Hey. King Malimu says cryptocurrency is going down at the moment, but I also want to invest. Ronnie Joe, it can only be a hero that will agree with me about the way that I supposedly make money. Never with the wildfires here. There's no guarantee the farm and cows won't burn. The weather there is unpredictable. You need to shares. Yeah, I think everything in life is a risk. But I guess as an adult, there are choices and consequences. And the choices that I do make is not to invest into cryptocurrency. And it's just something that I don't believe in. I like to see to see assets.
And Neville, please tell your keyboard warriors, SPL, like I know it, the thing that they said, it is training in IT. Yeah. So
That is
you
what
can
it
just
said.
go. You can just go Google it. The same thing. Maybe it means craving for you, but you know there's levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kaufi, Mitch, guys, and to all you viewers and listeners out there, there's something that I quickly want to touch on.
But we've got one comment just to finish up,
Okay.
if I may.
Yeah, please do.
Because Dante Ilovo just is saying, Uncle Kaufman, do you think it should be legalized in Namibia? I was wondering about that. He's talking about cryptocurrencies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So maybe Dante, should it be legalized in Namibia? In my opinion, cryptocurrency is basically on the web. You can go and buy cryptocurrency and sell it to your heart's delight as you wish to continue. Should cryptocurrency be legalized as, I guess he's asking, as a legal tender in Namibia? In other words, if I buy a car from Mitch, can I pay him in cryptocurrency? Should it be legal?
Yeah.
The thing is that you have in countries is different currencies. Okay, so we've got the Namibian dollar, which is linked to the South African rand, which we use as a currency.
Yes.
Now, if you go to Zimbabwe, where you have the Zimbabwean dollar, that Zimbabwean dollar is basically worthless. So in other words, the country's citizens have lost all trust and faith in the Zimbabwean dollar, and that's why they are now trading in the US dollar.
Yes.
So you can literally go as a collective citizenship of a country, you can go and steal another country's currency. So in other words, if Mitch comes to me and says, listen, Coffee, do you want to buy my car? He and I can agree that we're not going to pay each other in Namibia dollars. We're going to pay each other in US dollars. So if the entire country does that, the basically the faith of the country's currency is lost. Okay, and therefore I actually do think that Namibia should open itself up to be able to do business in crypto.
But
That's
that's exactly how like money, the value to money was put. I was watching a thing like on YouTube. Like, it's just a community of people that decided this coin will be worth 10 cents. And they collectively decided that's going to be 10 cents and you could buy this with it. And like gold, they also put the value to gold that way. And that's how it was done. So I think like what they do also on the metaverse and so on is like, they have like, have you played Minecraft?
No.
So like even at Minecraft, those blocks, and the block has a certain color and so on. So those gamer guys decides this type of block will cost you this much. And in that world of Minecraft, that's the value they exchange it on.
And you can buy it.
You can
and
buy
then if you make good business, you can have it cashed out.
You can have it cashed out. So they actually created their own little community where they buy those blocks in Minecraft, and they are things that you also find. Like you'll find like the golden dragon egg, and that will cost you how much cryptocurrency or what? Crypto,
So it's fair to say that a country like America positioned themselves politically, globally, in such a way, I think in the last 70, 80 years, that we, the rest of the world, have but no choice but to value the US dollar in the same way that you are just describing here. That we have but no choice but to put the US dollar on a certain pedestal because of the economical, political, and global position that America enjoys at the moment.
And that is at a couple of years ago, I think it was about 10, 15 years ago. What was that Libyan leader again, the guy that got killed? Libya.
Muammar Gaddafi.
Muammar Gaddafi.
That's exactly.
He in terms of Libya, he was on the path of taking out the US dollar. He wanted he says the fact that the US dollar is controlling the entire world, the globe, that is not the way it should be.
He wanted us to trade in gold.
In fact, he wanted
the whole African countries.
He wanted to establish an African currency.
United
that we can have a continental currency. That we as Africans can trade with. And America saw this as a direct threat to the US dollar. And it's, you know,
And then they went and instigated a war.
and they instigated the war. And today, look where Libya is.
Every time the American dollar falls, we have a war.
We have a war.
Yeah, we have a war, and that's the thing. And except Manet, look, I know some of the people who know about the Minecraft and all that stuff, but people are really out
Like
there
me.
making money. They are YouTubers that are millionaires, and all that person is doing is playing Minecraft. That's the
it.
person's job. All that the person is doing is digging in the Minecraft. It's like mining. It's like a whole mining industry for these guys, and they're making a lot of money. And that's what I thought, man. Like this Forex and all this stuff. When people put out cryptocurrency and Forex and what, then at the same time they put out videos and stuff that say it's fake, you're gonna be robbed in this and what, and only a certain amount of people really do it and prosper in it. And then we are like sitting down like, oh, it's fraud. And then after 20 years, boom, you see this guy is a billionaire and he says, I was doing Forex trading.
Yeah, yeah. Maria Aziz, who you talking about? That man was king, old G. Who you talking about?
I think about Gaddafi, I think.
Oh, Gaddafi. Yeah, very, very true. And sad that we've lost such an influential African leader. Their money is part of their foreign currency. Yeah. So, guys, I think from here going forward, and that is so important as for yourself, that you know, when it comes to self-determination, you decide what works for you. That is the only way that we can go forward.
But never think about it. If we were going to trade in gold, like Africa's currency is gold, just think about it, what would have happened? Do you think the West would have just laid back and we trade our meat, our everything in gold? You think they would have laid back and allowed that?
I don't think so.
No,
Perhaps.
onze goede gekry.
The Minecraft nonsense has our kids hooked to their phones. Ek wil 'n bietjie hierdie Minecraft besigheid loop uitkyk rou. I want to go check it out. Kofi, Mitch, legally, and my heroes there in England, please join me in this discussion. Okay? About 2 days ago, Queen Elizabeth's son, Prince Andrew, settled out of court.
Yes.
Okay? I don't know if you have a little bit of background as to that ruling.
Yes.
But for some of you who don't know it, Prince Andrew was basically in the alleged sex ring
Jeffrey.
of
Jeffrey Epstein.
Epstein or Epstein.
Epstein. It's called Epstein, but
Epstein.
it comes from the German Epstein.
Epstein.
There are a lot of US people that have got German names.
Yeah. So Jeffrey obviously and Andrew was identified as one of these ringers who sexually abused one of the girls that Jeffrey Epstein provided to him.
Exactly, Virginia Giffray.
Yeah, Virginia.
So we're looking at 4 individuals here. We're looking, first of all, at Prince Andrew.
Yes.
Then Jeffrey Epstein, who's
Yes.
allegedly killed himself. I tend to
Disagree.
feel different about that. Then we've got Ghislaine Maxwell. She's in jail at the
She's in
moment.
jail.
She's the accomplice. And then we've got Virginia Giffray, who is the supposed victim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those 4 people.
Yeah.
Okay. Supposed victim. Maar okay, gaan aan.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Everything is alleged. Everything is supposed. Everything is. Because,
Excuse me.
Hello. This just because it was in the media doesn't mean it's right. Luister.
Look.
Let's take a deep breath here.
Yeah, I'm busy
Let's not
taking a
be-
deep breath for you.
Let's not be what do you call it, prejudiced.
Yes.
Okay. So what has happened is that an out-of-court settlement, of which the amount has not been revealed yet, has now been put in place. So the parties will file a stipulated dismissal upon Ms. Giuffre's receipt of the settlement, of which the sum has not been disclosed. Because what happened last week, the lawyers all got together and said they want that original photograph
Of Prince Andrew and
where
this
he's
girl
got his arm
around her.
allegedly, and then she said, "Oh,
Excuse me,
I
Kofi.
think she lost it. She didn't know where she put it. She didn't know where she put it." But anyway, long story short, there has been an out-of-court settlement. Now, this is the big crux here. Okay, it basically now makes the prince innocent.
Because he
It's been
settled out of court.
In other words, nothing. He's not guilty. That is the story. So,
Okay.
This
okay.
man,
Do,
Jaisal, ek wil net gou sê, Mitch, net gou sê. So, Prince Andrew, in my view, sexually abused.
you're using wrong terminology.
allegedly.
Listen,
No.
you are in a public forum. Let me just save you there.
Yeah, according to what I've followed around this case, and I've seen Prince Andrew's disastrous interview that he had on BBC about a year or two ago, where he tried to defend himself that he has got nothing to do with this girl, with the 17-year-old girl. It's very clear with the evidence that this girl has provided that he has been sexually involved with a minor.
Allegedly.
Okay? Ja, praat soos wat jy praat, ek sê wat ek sê. Okay? This man used his position, his power, together with this Jeffrey Epstein guy,
to do
flying around the world, going to little islands,
They
Okay.
own the island.
coerced minors who comes from what? Economically disadvantaged societies to sexually abuse girls. And this man who says that he's not a sweater, okay, because he says that this girl was basically explaining that, describing how this man's sweat was dropping on him, on her, on her. And he comes with this bullshit analogy that since the Argentinian English war, he has not been sweating.
Why did she not just run away and scream, "Help, help, help me now. This is happening to me
I
now."
wanna-
But like 30
let me
years
say-
later, it's very convenient to
let's-
let me.
So,
Let's just be honest.
here,
That is a child of the most powerful person, which is a woman on this earth.
Oh, yes. It's
wo-
amazing how grown men can run to mommy.
Listen, and this is this is the person that owns the most land on earth.
yeah,
And you want to tell me that this guy will be punished in whatsoever way? That it will never happen. Look, the other girl is in jail. What is her name? The other accused?
Virginia Giuffre.
They had a cool prosecution or everything. She was sentenced. Epstein was taken. That guy is settling. How? And I'm just putting that out of the way. And I'm telling you this, Neville. What's the in the UK? What's the legal sex age or whatsoever? What do we actually?
what is it? What's the consenting age?
I remember.
Just
in
let me
the-
know.
In the
Is it not 18?
No.
I don't think
I
so.
just
I
want to
think
go
it's
back to the
16 or
Middle
something.
Ages. I think
How old
the
was
age of
she?
Let's just
12,
check it
I
out.
think 12 or 10 you could get married or something like that.
How
The
old was this?
medieval ages.
Yeah.
How old was this girl?
Yeah.
At
let's
the
just
time,
check.
I
When-
don't know. Maybe you guys can Google
Please,
it. I don't know.
please just go check. Please, guys, it would be interesting for me to
Let's make it
justify.
16, 17.
Yeah, but
That's what I.
let's find out what is the legal age of somebody to have sexual
Namibia or in
intercourse.
America?
No. Let's talk about America because I believe this is where it happened.
Yeah.
Maar kom eens kyk
I think
gou-gou.
it's 16, eh? Like, just check it out. But let's check the comments before I continue with that.
Ja, kom eens check net
Maybe
gou. Ek lees gou-gou.
Estumich can help us out there.
Janice Tobias says, ek het geweet Kofi sal vir Neville correct met die Epstein fun. I wonder if he can pronounce Ntengwe correctly.
Ntengwe.
Yeah. Ronnie Joe Kandikirira says, the Queen has contributed 2 million towards the 10 million from Andrew to settle the case. Yeah, I understand the Daily Mirror. I read the Daily Mirror yesterday, Ronnie, and it says that the total settlement was, out of court settlement was 12 million pounds.
I see.
Roviera says, but if he is not guilty, why did he agree to the settlement, Kofi?
I think he was
innocent people. Sorry, net gou, gents. Innocent people don't pay money. Mutumba
maybe he was
says.
just sick and tired of all the fuss.
Mutumba says no, Kaufman, not German names, but they are German. They don't speak it because of World War II. The German community was encouraged not to speak German because they would be seen as Nazis. Janice Tobias says, Roviera, exactly. I'm surprised she wasn't in a car accident going through a tunnel in Paris. Rose says, even the Assange guy was on that island. Hulle vat gat. Kofi, out of court settlements are there for a reason. Lift the veil. My experience when lawyers bring an out of court settlement, they see the damage and consequences thereto, hence the arbitrage. Even the orange guy was on that island, hulle vat gat. Yeah, we don't know the exact details of the settlement, says Jürgen Keiseb. However, the fact remains that he settled. This is what Jürgen Keiseb says. Estomich says, the era Epstein is a scary era. People got taken advantage of. Aspiring actors, actresses, models, and more tragic. Some have to be tricked into sexual and drugs trafficking for the sake of fame. Good, the Me Too movement came. Now the perverts are being exposed. R. Kelly, them the dogs of the world. Hey, you leave R. Kelly alone. The guy is the Pied Piper. Okay. Mutumba says it is 16. It's 16 years old. Ronnie says in England.
Yeah. Even till 15.
16 in Namibia, says Dante Lovo. Ronnie says 18 in the USA.
It's 16 to 18, depending on what state you're in.
Oh.
Even 15 in some states.
Yeah. Remember, the sexual act did not occur on British soil. She was flown to an island.
How old was she?
If it wasn't for prescription
It is still British.
of time, he should have been indicted for rape and human trafficking. Let's discuss this, guys.
Okay, I was like,
what for you said, Mitch?
The point that I wanted to make is this: we don't even know if the person was of the legal age of consent, like I just said. And look at this way: when Jada Pinkett Smith, she took a boy that is really depressed and emotionally damaged. I'm gonna explain now. And people were like, that guy was 18 and he was a grown man. That lady was 16 or 18 that time, and she could have said no. But this is the thing, because the guy has money, right? The guy has money, and he's saying, no, I can fly you to a island, we can have fun and whatsoever. So now you come back, and now that the the era has changed, that okay, you can go back after that time and go say somebody sexually assaulted me. And that was the time where you were having fun with the person, and you know there's a Me Too movement that can help you get money out of this person.
Okay.
This person is rich.
Okay.
You can just do it.
It was only a
That's
massage.
the power you have.
It was only a massage.
Yeah.
Let me quickly explain, and let me just recap
Yeah.
again, Mitch, what you are saying.
Yeah.
Okay, what Mitch is saying, okay, why is there not an equally big outcry when Jada Pinkett Smith,
Mariah Carey.
nee, wacht eers, ik ken niet, is Mariah Carey ook een
Mariah
story?
Carey heeft ook een klein mannetje gevat.
Nee?
Cash
Yeah.
and Mariah Carey.
She was
and
carrying, cash and carry. So Jada Pinkett Smith, how old was this boy that
If
Mariah
the boy
Carey?
was 21 and is
Okay.
August.
No, wat is die
Since that
probleem?
time they were having like open, and she told
No, wat is
him-
die probleem?
She obviously has more money than him. She's more famous
Wat
than him.
is die
And he
probleem?
was suffering through depression. He was abusing drug at that time, and she was having sexual intercourse with this man
In her marriage.
Let's
in
talk
her
about
marriage.
let's talk about Michael Jackson.
Okay,
He
because
slept with little boys.
allegedly.
No.
Hey, this
No.
is the king
No,
of
he
pop.
didn't.
Prince Andrew was also not allegedly, according
Yeah.
to you. Now
It
talk
is-
about Michael Jackson. Now it's
Yeah.
alleged.
Now you're getting personal.
Let's Kofi.
No.
Don't be here
This
telling
is
a
the
black
king
man
of pop.
Open-
while you are a privileged white guy. Don't
Yes.
be talking about a black man.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson sleeping with little toddlers. If he had a kindergarten, it would call Pompa Picky. That's what Michael Jackson did. Come on, let's just not.
Okay, but can we just get back to the point
Yeah.
that we were making?
Okay, Michael Jackson also settled out of court.
Exactly. So
Yeah, but he
why
was
is he
tired.
allowed and Prince Andrew not?
No,
Because he's black.
He's white.
Sien jy hierdie Lani nie?
Nee,
Hy
ek
so
wil
kak.
aangaan.
Ek
Ja.
kom ons nou net terug na
Ja.
julle toe.
Oh,
All I'm saying is that we have the same case right now. We have the same case right now that a girl is accusing Trey. You know Trey songs.
3 songs.
Yeah, for was it anal rape?
Huh?
Yeah, what happened? Like you can go check out the story. So she's like suing him for I think it's 20 million. They were it was his sex partner, and at a party he invited her at a party, and then she said they went upstairs and he held her down, and she agreed to sex, but he forced her into anal sex.
Anal.
Come on.
Anal.
Okay.
Okay, anal sex.
Okay.
Anal. Sharp.
Okay.
Into anal sex, and now she's suing him for that. And,
So-
and that happened like 4 years back or something like that, and she came out and she's saying, "Yep,
So guys, can we let's quickly touch on the Prince Andrew and this girl's case. Okay, Virginia.
She was 17 at the time.
This is what Vanessa says.
Thank you,
She
Vanessa.
Thanks, Vanessa. So she was 17 at the time. Was this a legal age
For
or
an American.
not? For an American
I
or
think
not?
she comes out of New York State, so I would imagine it is.
Nee?
Because it's between 16 and 18, depending on what state. If she was 17, she could have just said no.
So
Abstinence.
so
She enjoyed it, perhaps.
so what is Andrew's issue here? Is Andrew's issue more that why would he be criminally charged if she was a legal age, or does this have to do with the image of the royal
Blemish.
No, it's
family?
just-
Blemish.
I think
That's
it's
it.
just that men with
It's the
power,
blemish.
men with power, and they have money.
Exactly.
They use this woman of promising them a good life while they know this is a young lady, or saying for fame and everything. So this guy is like, yo, if you're hanging with me, people will know you much more. I'll give you money. I'll do so. They use their money and power to get them to have sex with them. That's the whole argument around it. It's not about consent or anything. It's about you being rich and you
Yes.
taking a poor girl from Malden and bring her to your house and having sex with her every day your wife goes home.
and may I just
even
say
even if she's of age, it's just that
Whilst
Neville
you-
used his power.
Whilst you're married at the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And let's not forget that Prince Andrew served in the war, so he's getting pension money from his war fund. Okay, he's on countless goodwill boards and donatory and well-being donation stuff. He's being used as the front-face figure for doing good and having trusts and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, by blemishing him, by giving him a bad name and all that kind of stuff, gives reason to settling out of court.
And Estamish, thank you for bringing that up, because I completely forgot about the Ronaldo case. Okay, because Ronaldo was equally accused of allegedly raping a woman, I think a few years back, and the Ronaldo's case also seemed to have just been basically swept under the rug.
As Ronaldo.
Yeah. So my question is, does men or powerful men just seem to be having a tendency of getting away with murder,
Exactly.
Yeah, they do.
Pretty much like Namibian judges.
like Namibian judges.
Remember?
I don't.
Dink tog 'n bietjie terug. Who was the Namibian judge that was accused of sexual?
Oh, yeah, the late judge. I remember.
And there was even somebody much more higher accused of sexual assault here in Namibia, and then it just went south.
Yes.
Okay, but look, the comment that
guys.
Natalie Orange made now is 'n nee Mitch, daar lieg jy. Kyk, August is 21, 'n hele groot man met baalhare en hy kon nie gesê het, maar hy het dit self geniet. Luister na. This guy was going through depression. This guy was a druggie. If you were going to be Neville and you were a rich guy and you bring somebody in the false pretense of you want to heal them, that's what her things. There needs to be healing. And the sex was part of the healing, probably. So now this is the thing. Even if this person is 21 years old, jy gaan vat 'n mal mens of iemand wat
Malmens.
Yeah. Mad cow.
Okay, so iemand wat really unstable, mentally unstable is, en jy laat teken om 'n kontrak ook. Dat is toch niet legal daai nie. En of jy gebruik daai mense se situasie om daai mens like the coerce, that's still wrong, isn't it? Because that person cannot defend, they are not in this
in the correct frame of
mental
mind.
capacity to, or correct frame of mind to say no or yes, because they are dependent on you, and you have made that clear. If that was a 21-year-old woman with suffering through the same obstacles or same stuff as August, we would be here, and that was Will Smith. We would have been canceling Will Smith that day.
Yeah, ne?
That day. And that's the thing. There is just this thing in the American culture where they want to just leech off black rich men.
Or men.
Yeah, or men itself. Like,
So
everything is a settlement. Everything.
So do you guys think the Me Too movement does it do more damage than good?
I think it does more damage than good. It does some good, but I think they do more damage than good, and their whole thing is money. And the person that is funding the Me Too movement is a man.
So
Yeah, so
Who's
the
that?
Me Too movement is owned by a man.
who's that?
Okay.
Moenie
I
kak
forgot-
praat nie.
No,
Hou net op.
I know it is. I know it is funded by men.
Is
I'll
it?
show you now.
Okay.
It's just that I forgot his name, but he's one of the guys that also supported Trump.
Oh.
He's one of the billionaires that supported Trump as well.
Mutumba says, gents, he is part of the royal family, not a musician or sports person. The royal family will keep themselves clean and lily white at all costs. They hid their German. Okay? Hallo Mitch, say Natalie. August is an adult. Hy kom sy piepie in sy broek gehou het. Hy kon sy piepie in sy broek gehou het. Esther Mitch says, R. Kelly with his bump and grind, believing his stick would fly, but it did for sure to jail. Who pee on minors. It's disgusting, Esther Mitch, what he did. If there's
Yeah,
now
very.
one guy that I will not, I love R. Kelly's music, and I will live with R. Kelly's music for the rest of my life. But his conduct for me, and please, I will not be told by anyone, okay? And I know I get this a lot from activists that I am supposed to cancel R. Kelly because of, nobody's supposed to be listening to R. Kelly's music. I don't condone what this man has done. I have a daughter, I have a mother, I have a wife.
I've cancelled
But that's good for you.
not just his music.
Okay. If we can say that, I've cancelled him, but just not his music. I'll always listen to his music. Please go read up on the case or watch Netflix. The women were mostly underage. You can't equate Jada's issue with that of Andrews. This is what Jurgen says. Daar lieg jy Mitch. Okay, ja, jy daai comment gelees nee Mitch. Mohau says, sometimes celebs settle out of court to avoid the commotion that comes with it. But what we cannot ignore is the celebrity's skin color also determines how the matter will be dealt with. Mutumba says he's a royal, the English family. Ja, okay, they are looking at the Ronaldo case again. Oukie sal gaan gehaal word, sê Rovera. Locker room talk, grab when them by the what you call it, they must just stop. That's what Estomich say. Kini says, grooming and coercive control normalized by these very elite and powerful people. Ronaldo had commercial value whose impact would have been catastrophic. It's all about the commercial value with the powerful, who creates the narrative, and they are created for whom and why, but for. I understand. Mitch, how don't you know August might have been acting to manipulate the situation to Bomchai Dizali?
If it's a man, he's acting. and it's understandable.
Jürgen Kaiser says, boy, does Mitch hear what comes out of his mouth at times? Sexual healing, what does that entail? Fra Jürgen Kaiser. Sex is good for...
It's what she said.
Sex is good for depression.
Yes, like it.
Oh,
Rich is our medical expert.
Mutuba,
Jada
Mitch,
Pinkett
they
was a medical
believe
expert.
a man isn't supposed to say no to sex. We must be war ready at any time.
Yep.
Jenna says, Mitch, the Me Too movement was founded and is owned by a woman, Tarana Burke.
Yeah, I know Tarana Burke, but
Julle
who is
moet-
financially funding the Me Too movement?
Julle moet research doen because you are misinforming listeners. Okay? Natalie, look at R. Kelly did. Has nothing to do with his music. He is and will remain the king of R&B. Hell no. Ain't nobody canceling the big R's music. We still blast it. Okay? Yeah. So, sure. Guys, it's...
Neville, just a quick question. Do you know the Children's Foundation, that side of Soweto, soos jy net so gaan? That as you go into Soweto, na die Zaligi hierso man. What's the place name?
Ida Hoffman.
Ida Hoffman. Ida Hoffman founded that place, right? Who is financing it? Who is financing it?
I
She
don't
gets
know.
financed from somewhere else, was like the abroad and so
Yeah.
on. So that's what Me Too movement is. A woman started it,
Yes.
saying this is going to be a movement for women that have been sexually abused and suffered through sexual violence and so on. So what do you do after that? You start getting finances. You have to get finance from
Funding.
somewhere, funding from somewhere else. So that's what I was saying. Me Too movement is financed by a man. And a lot of billionaires, which are actually men.
But please just give us the name of the man.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna
Just
quickly check
Google
it
it
out,
so that we can have
yeah, daar hoens op on the street.
So,
evidence about it.
Ida Maria Magdalena Hoffman,
Uh-huh.
right, is a Namibian politician, for those of you may or may not know.
Yeah.
She was selected as a non-voting member of the 4th National Assembly of Namibia, was active in SWAPO in the 1980s.
Yes.
She founded the Children's World Crash in Katatura in 1984. Has been involved in the Roman Catholic Church since 1962, and we all know what the Catholics did to the
I
children.
knew you was going to go there. Why are
Huh?
you going there?
Do you know what the Catholics have done to the young boys? Huh? Pedophilia. And she starts a crash. Was she
Please.
was she the supplier?
Please just
Near
continue
Kalki.
reading Dr.
Maybe.
Kaufman.
Yeah.
Why are you going there,
It's
Kaufman?
yeah.
Ons wag vir Mitch while we are
Yes,
waiting.
Kom
Nee,
ons
nee,
gaan
nee,
dit-
nee. We're waiting for Mitch's proof. So that we can take the conversation forward.
Yeah.
Maria Aziz is agreeing with Roe Vieira. It really does. Sis Maria Aziz. Dante Lowe says you should listen. He mentioned that Me Too movement is financed by somebody else. This is Dante's defending Mitch. Esther Mitch says, sometimes it's easy to support this crappy men because of who they are, but we forget the victims and their families. Imagine being in court with a rapist, and because of their fame, you are called a liar while you are violated. Okay? Mutumba agrees with Dante Ilovu on the Mitch issue, selective listening. Yeah, so it's quite a situation. Can we say about Muausi Police says, Mitch, you are correct on the financial funding point. Laat hulle sit, but don't blunder again. Gee ons net die naam.
Ja, that's what ek soek. Ek moet
Mitch,
wel, that's a
hoekom soek jy altyd goed op die show? Gee net die naam, so that we at least have a name. Yeah, because you know, I want to defend you here. Okay? If you give, jy kan nie nou daar sit en sê, nou wat is die man se naam nou nie? Jy moet, because you probably read this somewhere and you have backup from
actually,
Dante Ilovu, you have backup from Muhausi Boli, you have backup from Mutumba. So just give us one name of somebody, of a man who is funding the Me Too movement. In the meantime, Janice is saying, Mitch, you won't find the name. Organizations have numerous funders. The New York Women's Foundation donated 25 million. CBS donated
Roger
20 million.
Ellis is one of the guys.
Because of its former CEO harassment cases. Hier gou 'n naam?
Roger Ellis is one of the guys. Matt Lower and Tom Bracco. But the guy that I'm looking for...
Nee, lees net 'n bietjie. Just
and
read.
Tom Bracco. That is basis what he said, the 20 million.
Just read maybe as just a sentence or two so that we can have a bit of context as to what you're talking about.
Okay, the 20 million from CBS should be it should be just a starter, and that many corporations in the US have much more work to do in order to address the sexual harassment. For the starters, other big media corporations who have the similar issue should also follow suit, including Fox News.
Okay.
And do as that know what they mention is now the guys. The Sean Hannity and Roger Ellis.
Sean Hannity.
NBC. Matt Lower and Tom Brook. Then Gary Coulson, Kaler, ESPN, and then NFL Networks. Have Evans and Marshall Falk.
Okay, so there are men who are...
Yeah.
And I mean, it's commendable. If there are men out there...
There is this one guy...
Men get raped too, eh?
Wow.
Hello.
How do men get raped?
I'll take you to Windhoek Central Jail. You can have a look there.
What is the dude's name, man? I'll get it.
Mohona wanje.
Silence on the morning show.
Liewe Jesus with my komal. Jenna says, Matt Lauer donated because he also had harassment cases against him. Please, it's guilt money. Same as CBS donating and guys' pension. But Janice, I think, but Janice...
Do you know who owns CBS?
Kijk, ek weet nie. The fact that a man decided to donate money, and if there's proof that a man has donated money, and I'm not saying, I'm not minimizing the Me Too movement. I do believe, and you know, I have always had a lot of love for Bill Cosby, for example.
Oh yes, a good old Bill.
And Bill was one of the guys who made me who I am today, because of his comedy style. But the Me Too movement successfully helped to bring the crimes of Bill Cosby to the fore. But your statement, because he had harassment cases against him, I don't know if that's the right thing to say, to use as a defense as to why a man decided to donate money to a noble movement to protect women. My daughter, your daughter, your daughter, or your mother.
And he was not charged with the crime, though.
With the sexual harassment.
So you cannot say it was allegations. It's not like he was charged and he was sentenced also. So let's not say that. And ESPN is also owned by Walt Disney, which is a man. CBS is also owned by Walt Disney. So I'm just saying the funding is coming from men.
Also.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just a woman thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dian Shimsizel, yes. Bill Cosby was released, though, yes, on that technicality where they coerced Bill Cosby to admit what he has done. but the information that he provided was not supposed to be part of the initial trial, and that is why it became a mistrial. Kom ek kyk net gou. Bill Cosby was, yeah, that is what James Sizzle says. Wow says, there is not the point. He proved that there is a man that financed the Me Too movement. This is what Muhausi Boli said. In as much as CBS is owned by a man, the money it donated was Les Moonves pension money. It didn't technically belong to CBS. This is what Janet says.
Oh my God, man.
Natalie says, Kofi really like rarig het violence vandag gekies, but ja, mans word verkrag, Neville hulle praat net nie because hy is tog 'n Jita. Well said, Kofi. But society doesn't believe a man can get raped by a woman. We only up in arms when it's a man raping a man, it becomes a problem. That's what Mutumba says. Jürgen Kesep says, most corporations in the USA donate in order to distance themselves and show solidarity with the cause when or if one of their own are implicated.
Shouldn't that be the case? If Neville has a sexual allegation and Trasco decides to donate to the Namibian Me Too movement $50 million in saying, we do not agree with these things. We are against sexual harassment. We are against GBV. Shouldn't they do that? Shouldn't they do something to the cause to show that they are not, they don't agree to this? So if they don't do it, you'll have a problem. If they do it, you also have a problem.
Yeah.
So what should be done? If I as a man stand up and go march with a woman because of GBV, you are going to stand there and tell me you're only doing it to distance yourself from it. How does that help the cause?
Point taken. Janice Tobias says, the point here is that the donation wouldn't have happened if he didn't harass or his harassment cases didn't come out. This is what Janice says. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think I just made that point clear now. Like, look, Neville, if you are accused of something and you say, I will even put $50 million down from my money to say, I do not condone this, I am not guilty. And now Kofi of Natalie comes and say, you're only doing it because somebody made the allegation against you. How does that make sense? Or how does that, like, you are doing it to show a point.
I'm just saying the prince is not guilty.
Okay, can we move on? Can we move on from
Is that
this?
your position? The prince is not guilty.
It's
He is unfairly treated. Is that what you're saying, Kofi?
he's not guilty. No court has found him guilty.
And we must just
That
establish
is
something
fact.
like that.
That's fact. We'd love to think he's guilty because of what media has told us and what the media.
What do you mean? What media has told us?
We always do that, Neville. We always do that. A man never has a chance of being like
Guys are talking shit here, man.
innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly. What happened to that?
Whenever a man is involved in something, boom, guilty.
This guy.
Neville must
There
be
is
Mugu
not-
of the week.
You see, there is this lady that was involved. This is the thing, Neville.
You hear this nonsense?
Jeff.
Are you siding with a white man?
Oh yeah, I'm siding with
With
him.
a
Neville
whitey,
must be
with a
Mugu of the
Lani.
week.
Lani.
May German, bruh. Look, Neville. What is the lady that is involved in this Jeffrey Epstein case? What is her name? What's her name?
Are you
again?
talking about the victim?
No. The
Ghislaine
lady that
Maxwell.
was actually
Ghislaine.
giving
Ghislaine.
out the girls.
Yeah.
Ghislaine.
So,
Ghislaine.
do you see a public outcry of her
There is a public outcry.
for her being prosecuted the way and her settling
Yes.
money to the victims?
No.
No, you
She
don't. She was the
is,
one dividing the girls.
She is
out.
hung out to dry also at the moment.
There is no Me Too movement coming out and saying
She
this
was
stuff.
the madam.
Yeah, but do you see Me Too movement doing
Exactly.
this
It's
protest
actually
and straps
women.
on her?
It's
Yeah.
actually women dishing out the women.
Janice, why is there nothing being said about Ghislaine?
Yeah. And can we just move on like just a little bit from this whole talk?
Yeah, the show is done.
The thing is just everything is set up against us as men, and we need to be very, very vigilant here, and we need to be
That's
5
it.
times more careful. Even
Yep.
marriage is set up against us. Divorce, the whole divorce settlement and everything is set up against us. So, Koffie is altijd weer. Ik zeg
We
maar
must
net.
bring the show to an end. I want to buy Mitch lunch.
Ik wil niet zo. It's just terrible for us in this era, bro. It's just terrible, Neville.
If you're a man, you just lose all the time. You get falsely
I
accused.
want to be a woman, Neville. I want to be a woman. Laat ik die mensen zeggen, Neville heeft mijn knie aangeraakt bij die morning show 70 jaar terug. Ik zoek 70 miljoen.
Woo! Mitch, you are right. Protecting the reputation, says Mutumba. As to Michelle, credit should go to Alyssa Milano. This Me Too movement, that actress was the first to speak up. I remember her. She was an actress she was a child actress who played in Who's the Boss with
yes.
Tony Danza.
Yeah.
I remember it was one of the top sitcoms back in the day. Koffie Moore. Yeah, you can guess it. But Mitch, CBS or whatever corporation is not a man or woman. It's an entity. So don't say the movement is financed by an unnamed man. Koffie promised
I just
Mitch
told
lunch.
you the person.
Mutumba says Kaufman is also kind of right. Media propaganda is also dangerous. If they got their knives out for you,
Yes.
it's game over.
Yep.
Janice says they haven't been found guilty because they settled out of court. You can't prosecute without a complainant. Julle is toch media. You all should know this.
And you should know that you should not accept money if you were hurt that way. Then money should not be the one that's settling you.
Mitch,
Don't accept money.
Mitch, shut up.
Don't accept money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then people will not settle out of court.
Vanessa Guibib says Prince Andrew settled out of court, so he has forfeited his opportunity to prove his innocence. There will always be a cloud of guilt over his head.
Yeah.
DNA evidence, this is what Vanessa Williams had gesê. Estome says DNA evidence will get you jailed. Technologically has changed. Ronnie, yeah, Onyanda Kunami. Yeah, that's a nice one. Nice one, what? Huh? Yeah.
Can I just say something quickly? You know how much is 12 million pounds in Namibia dollars?
Please.
245,632,816
Million
Namibia
cents.
dollars and 80 cents. Who will not be able to live a comfortable life with 12 million pounds? Ag man, dan sal die prins maar seker moet vat. Hy moet houe is houe, papa. For 245 million NAM dollars. Ek sal hom vat, even if I'm 16 years old.
If we don't want rich people to get away with murder, with their power and everything, the more we accept the outside of court settlements, the
Yes.
more they will take that route. So why don't we stick until we prove them guilty and see them rot in jail? Why do we accept the money?
Esther Mitch says, just change your gender, Mitch. You can do it with the right bucks. Walk in our shoes. You won't last one day. This is what Esther Mitch say. Roviera says, but we all know the prince is guilty. Dante Lover said, ons moet vir Mitch vra om die nommer te lees. There's no way I would have been able to, me or Mitch or anybody else would have been able to read that number. Die Duitser is a
legend.
financial boffin. He can read those numbers. Guys, thank you.
Ask King Malume to read that number.
We need to get Mina back on the show.
Mina will know that number.
King Malume, you are challenged here by Mitch. You must read that number.
Yeah.
Kuma. Guys, thank you so much that you've joined us today. It's really been a pleasure.
As always.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for your comments the whole time. It once again, you guys have made the show. And yes, there's no right or wrong on the show. We all have our opinions, and we can express it freely here on the show. For the rest of the day, enjoy a sunny capital city, 061. Sharp, sharp. See you guys
Sharp,
tomorrow.
Shawty plays for you, babe. You drive me crazy, you crazy. I don't see no one else with you. Forever and always you got me with you, with you, with you, baby. am a witness. Give you all of my love, cause you deserve it. I'ma buy you a crib, you got it. I'ma cop you a beat. Don't be breaking my heart when you leave, I'm distorted. You and I we make sense. My shorty best for you, babe. You drive me crazy, you crazy. I don't see no one else with you. Forever and always you got me with you, with you, with you, with you, with you, with you.
We play the best of Namibian music.
Let it go.